Hello and welcome to my channel. I've got another one of the quest log for you, and today Legend Story Studios has just dropped their scheduled banned and restricted announcement. This one's written by Brian Gottlieb. I am kind of excited about this because I recently made a video just a little bit ago about what I think LSS should ban, reprint or replace, whatever, right? So I kind of want to see if I hit the nail on the head on anything. I'm personally not expecting any changes to Classic Constructed. It feels relatively balanced, and I do want Traverse the Universe banned, but I think that's just a moot point. I think that all three MST heroes will be gone come the end of ProQuest season in a couple of months here, but I could be wrong. We'll see. So without further ado, I want to jump into this thing right here. But like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. I reached my goal for 100 subscribers. Awesome. Thanks, guys. My next goal is going to be 125. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please just hit that little subscription button right here in the bottom corner. So let's check it out. Okay, so here we are. We're just going to click on this right here. All right. No changes to Classic Constructed. Really interesting. So let's start from the top. Classic Constructed looks to be in the midst of one of its most balanced and exciting metagames ever, and the recent ascension of Viserai to Living Legend has created a fresh puzzle for players to solve. Hard agree on that. Viserai being gone really opens up the meta a lot more, and we're going to see some interesting gameplay for all these characters. Anyway, it appears several more heroes will join Viserai in retirement this year. We're looking forward to letting the Living Legend system be the primary shaping hand of the format for the next few months as we progress through the ProQuest Singapore season. Boom! Traverse is not banned in Classic Constructed because the MST heroes are gone. They're leaving. Thank God. I mean, I liked MST for what it was, but man, like, was that a wild ride of a year. What seems to be interesting here is that we've got the Blitz changes. The following changes to Blitz are effective from Tuesday, March 4th through the 25th. Or not 25th, what am I talking about? March 4th through 2025. Anyway, look at me so excited getting ahead of myself. Traverse the Universe is banned. Called it. Called it so hard. Zephyr Needle is banned. Obvious. Crown of Seeds. Unbanned. Wow. Did we just... Hold up, did we just trade one busted headpiece for another? Look, I'm not going to pretend like I know what the Blitz metagame is like. I do know that Zen LL'd within 6 weeks. Hilarious. But we're banning Traverse the Universe for Crown of Seeds. I love this. I love Crown of Seeds. Crown of Seeds was such an awesome, fun card. And this makes Terra a force to be reckoned with. My goodness, you're going to pitch a blue into Crown of Seeds, get your Might token, and pay 1 into your shield or whatever other defensive option you got. That is crazy. So in for this. This really makes Terra, I think, really fun. And forget the other two Earth heroes, right? You got both Florian and Verdance. Earth's coming back with a vengeance, man. I think that Earth is a super underrated talent type. But man, this is just taking that to the 16th degree. Anyway, let's see what they have to say about it. We spoke at length about the Zephyr Needle's interaction with the retrieve mechanic when we banned the card in Classic Constructed. Yep. Even without the LL to Ira's ability to buff needles, the card continues to present a number of problems when it is returned from the graveyard at a very low deck building at actual cost. 2 power go again for 1 resource is simply too good on a weapon if its potential downsides are effectively mitigated. This is really good gameplay design here. Retrieve mitigates Zephyr Needle's downsides. Case closed. Card banned. Very nice. Good job, LSS, recognizing this. When the card was originally designed, it had a bunch of downsides. This fits right in line with their ban philosophy that they outlined with the book burnings. So, great job. Way to hit the nail on the head for Blitz and fixing an already kind of like broken format. But that's another video for another time. The decision to ban a legendary rarity card must meet a higher burden of proof than a typical ban. Fair. We seek near absolute certainty that the card's output is net negative to format enjoyment and health. We also give ample opportunity for players to look for answers via deck building and metagame evolution. In the case of Traverse the Universe, it is safe to say that, right now, answers to its efficiency are not present in the compressed 20 life version of Flesh and Blood. Thank you, God. Good decision here. Traverse is like 8 to 12 value, even more if it's on Miragai, and Miragai gets to stay out. Really good justification here. I wish that they would expand that to Classic Constructed, but like they already said, those heroes are probably leaving. Blitz also has a higher density of 1 of Transcend cards per deck due to 40 card deck sizes, meaning Traverse Universe is almost always live for Zen. I mean, isn't it always live for Zen? These facts point to the conclusion that in time to shelve Traverse the Universe for foreseeable future. Thank you. Thank you so much, LSS. Very happy that they decided to get rid of this thing, even if it is only in the Blitz format. But things can always change. Look no further for evidence of the fact today unbanning Crown of Seeds. This is where I'm really interested. What is their reasoning here? When we banned this card approximately 1 year ago, it was safe to say that we anticipated saying goodbye forever. I remember that. In an era where this card was dominant, it was too easy for Crown of Seeds to stall out games, and so many decks had no true outs to its pure defensive efficiency. You know what? I think that it's actually really good that they're bringing it back as an answer to Syndra. Because Syndra's going to flick knives, and then we can Crown of Seeds in response. It's going to keep these Earth heroes alive in this quick running format. I really like this. I think that's where they're going with this. Things feel different today. By virtue of Flesh and Blood's non-rotating card pool, decks almost necessarily become more powerful over time. Over the past year, a significant percentage of increasing power has been allocated to the offensive side of the game. Yeah, you think? In lower life Blitz, this has made extended games an increasing rarity. It is healthy to offer a diverse array of gameplay experiences in all formats of Flesh and Blood, and we now believe slower defensive Earth decks can play a healthy role in restoring some balance to the aggressively slanted Blitz metagame. Speaking honestly, releasing Crown of Seeds back into the Blitz is not a decision to come lightly, and it is one with a reasonable risk of reversion. We will closely monitor the card's impact on both health and overall enjoyment of Blitz as we proceed through the upcoming Skirmish season. LSS, leave it. Never unban this card. Keep it. It deserves to stay. Like they said, offensive options have just gotten out of control, strictly because the biggest thing holding them back has been Ice, and Ice is gone. Thank God it's back with Jarl, right? It's back with Jarl in CC, but we don't have anything in Blitz to keep aggro in check, and I think the ability to block 1 additional damage and draw and turn a non-blocking card into a blocking card goes a long way for that. I personally think just get rid of the Blitz format in its entirety. Just get rid of it. We don't need it. For real. Run Clash instead. I'm a huge fan of Clash. If you don't know, I'll flash up a little thing on the screen right now. Clash is a really awesome format, and more people deserve to know about it. Think of it as an upgraded commoner. Anyway, Living Legend. The following changes to Living Legend are effective as of Tuesday, March 4th. Okay, today. Electromagnetic Somersault is restricted. Yeah, that makes sense. It was too good in Starvo, guys. As we stated in the past, management of Starvo's massive card pool and powerful hero ability is going to be an ongoing task when it comes to the Living Legend format. While the format showed respectable diversity during World Tour Chicago weekend, when push came to shove, Starvo carried the day. Yep. Electromagnetic Somersault makes sense as a restriction target because on top of having a powerful defensive effect attached to lightning typing that is often challenging for Starvo to fulfill, Electromagnetic Somersault does a lot of work to sidestep previous restrictions applied to his card pool. It doesn't matter. This is funny. It doesn't matter much that you can only have 1 Okanold in your deck. If 9 Electromagnetic Somersaults can replay the card over and over, we're happy to apply this restriction in advance of the upcoming Skirmish Season 11, and we will continue to monitor Starvo's performance in that event series and understand if further action is required. Okay, here's some interesting things for Commoner, because Clash, a format that I love, follows the Commoner ban list, so this is kind of relevant to me right here. The following changes to Commoner are effective from Tuesday, well today, whatever. Rosetta Thorn is banned. Okay, that wasn't really a problem in Clash because it was restricted to Briar, so I want to see what the rules committee is going to have to say about this. If they're just going to say, hey, it's gone, period. And I don't think it was really a problem anyway. Waning Moon being banned is huge. In the Clash format, Waning Moon being banned means that both Icelander and Blaze take a massive hit. Good. I'm not a fan of Wizards, but hey, that's a different story for a different time. Zephyr Needle is banned. Good. Needed to be banned. My locals decided to ban it anyway, so no skin off back. But Ball Lightning being unbanned is pretty big. I know nothing about the commoner format, but like I said, Clash is following this, and Ball Lightning being unbanned is pretty big. It suddenly makes Aurora, Acilio, and Briar significantly stronger, just off of top of my head, right? Because in that format, what's it called? What's that card that lets you draw cards? Anyway, whatever. While you also apply everything said about Zephyr Needle to the commoner format, the bannings here are pointed at a more fundamental issue in the present commoner metagame. Many good Flesh and Blood decks have made their fortunes on simply presenting better offensive or defensive numbers than their opponents. Decks stray from this path most prominently when they engage with cards with unique effects, create arena precedents, utilize on-hit effects, or use cards with form combinations capable of dwarfing traditional numbers matrix-based output. In Commoner, all four of these things are much harder to achieve since the tools to do so typically appear outside of the common rarity. By the way, this is probably really good for Lexi too. Sorry girl, I forgot to mention you. With such a prominent focus on numbers, it makes sense that the decks with leverage the most powerful and number efficient Sip Sip, Start in Play, Stay in Play weapons routinely rise to the top. Ira, Chain, Icelander have cast a sizable shadow over the commoner metagame. Very true. This is similar in Clash. And when looking at bans, it's hard to imagine any individual deck card ban could release their Stranglehold. Targeting these Sip Sip weapons is intended to both bring some churn to meta by bringing the best decks down a peg, offering potential opportunities for classes who don't have access to the big three to compete on even footing. A Ball Lightning unban may be shocking from a pure power level standpoint, but when you consider the 4-number breaking prongs presented above and the lack of success for any lightning talented hero in the metagame, it starts to make some sense. Ball Lightning functions as a unique effect, on hit, and potential quasi combo card, all things presently lacking in a commoner meta. It could well be that the onslaught of Ball Lightning is just too efficient. Obviously, if we see this manifest in results, we will revisit our unbanning. However, now seems like the right time for a major shakeup in Commoner, and unbanning should just be the integral process of banning. Calling it now, Commoner is probably going to be a part of some sort of major tournament coming forward. I remember the days when we used to have Blitz in Worlds. It was Blitz, Draft, and CC. They eliminated Blitz because by popular demand, people hated that Blitz because Blitz was in a bad state. It looks like they're trying to fix these formats to bring them back because, to be fair, like having all these rounds of CC and Draft in these world formats and everything, like I think we need to replace the Draft with Blitz or something that people have more reliability practicing. Them trying to balance these formats, I'm sniffing something a bit interesting here, guys. When we come back and look at this, like, Classic Constructed receiving 0 changes, whereas Blitz is receiving 3 separate changes, and we scroll down here to Commoner receiving 4 changes, it really makes me wonder that they're trying to get these gameplay modes into a solid state so that they can start offering them at these major tournaments. We had the battle-hardened Commoner, I think it was Portland, a little while ago. It was the first one ever, and it kind of just snuck onto the scene. So I wonder if they're trying to sneak these additional formats in, and I think the Commoner's great. It helps for getting new people into the game. I would love Clash to come in. They're trying to fix Blitz, but I don't know if you could ever fix Blitz, man. Like, giving somebody Crown of Seeds and Blitz, or like access to powerful cards, just doesn't seem to fix the format. I think it's just too easy for it to get broken. I do think that Blitz needs to go away and just bring in Clash instead. Living Legends is cool. That thing needs to stay. I think it's relatively balanced right now, ironically. Prior to this LL, it was probably one of the more prior to that, it was probably one of the more balanced things. That might be controversial to say. I don't spend a lot of time in it, but the time I have spent in it was really fun, and I enjoyed it. So, hey, like, comment, subscribe, come back for more Flesh and Blood content. I made my predictions here. I made my predictions before. Some of them came true, some of them didn't, and let's see what happens going forward. I'll see you guys next time.